I'm dating my girlfriend, and there's this one guy friend of hers who I'm having a serious issue with. They've been friends for a while, longer than I've known her, but here's the thing, they have previously slept together. She says it was just as friends, and they hang out every few weeks, one-on-one. They go for drinks, dinner, cinema, and sometimes she'll go over to his place to watch movies, order food, and even smoke weed together. I also smoke occasionally, but she never wants to join me when I light up, not sure how to take that. I hope she doesn't get pressured by him. On top of that, I've noticed a trend of her trimming downstairs before these meetups. I admit I could be overthinking a pure coincidence here, but she always trims within a 1-week window before meeting with him. She usually does this every couple months, so it might just coincidentally line up, but it doesn't help ease my feelings towards the situation. I feel like I'd seem insane I brought this up to her. I've tried telling her that it makes me uncomfortable. In my eyes, these are date activities and not just friendly hangouts. But she still chooses to spend time with him, and it's really frustrating. Sometimes she even brings him up in conversations when I've made it clear that I really don't want to hear about him at all. She says she understands my feelings and acknowledges that it makes me uncomfortable, but it doesn't seem like she cares enough to stop. Whenever she comes home from hanging out with him, I just feel disrespected, and honestly, I don't want to talk to her for the rest of the night. I don't want to be a controlling partner. I want her to do what she wants, but that doesn't stop me from going down mental rabbit holes and start worrying about what they could be doing. Worth mentioning, when we first started dating, I was still in contact with an ex, and I was upfront about it. She asked me to stop talking to her, and I did. No questions asked. So now I can't help but feel like, if the roles were reversed, she'd probably be pissed off and tell me to stop hanging out with this girl. Am I being overdramatic here, Aida, for wanting her to stop hanging out with him? I'm not sure if I should keep bringing this topic up with her. She knows how I feel but doesn't change. I believe I have many reasons to feel the way I do, but I'd love to hear other people's perspectives and what they would do in my situation. Forgot to mention above, so I'll just add it here. We've been together for 3 years and have a good relationship outside of this. The following story. Little bit of backstory here, I've been dating my girlfriend for 7 months. Almost 8, and so far things are going well. Amazing actually. I just want to get some feedback to make sure I don't sound crazy or controlling. She has her guy friends and I've hung out with them. I like them, they're cool, but there's this one guy around our age that she likes to go smoke with by themselves in a car late at night, and I trust her, so it's nothing crazy. However, the other night I was on her phone and I was checking out the Notes app. And I unfortunately came across a note of hers literally on my birthday of people she had slept with and kissed. Initially I was upset and kind of disgusted. However, one of the people she slept with before is the guy she hangs out with. I had never known they had slept together, or else I would have had different thoughts on them hanging out. She tells me she won't stop texting or talking to him because she's known him for years. I asked her nicely if they could not hang out one-on-one anymore, especially cause they go smoke by themselves, and she seemed to be okay with it. I just want to make sure I don't sound crazy for being upset over what I found and the fact that they still hang out when she has a boyfriend. My girlfriend and I have been together for over 1.5 years now. We are doing long distance and only see each other about 3 times a year. This girl has been my world and has significantly influenced my outlook on life. I never knew I could love a person this much. I guess this is why I am so conflicted. I simped hard for her. Although we have our ups and downs, our relationship is generally great, and I've had the best moments of my life spent with her. The following happened in sequence, and a span of 1.5 months. Issue 1. She has this guy best friend who flew to where she lives to attend a love song concert with her. They live in the same country. He then proceeded to rent an expensive sports car to bring my girlfriend out for a fancy lunch and dinner. And then to the love song concert. She then brings him home for a sleepover. He is not gay. She told me about it a week before the event, saying, "Hey, I'm going to the concert with him, and he's crashing at my place." Note that she only told me that she was going to do it and never bothered to ask if I'd be okay with it. At this point, I am super uncomfortable, especially with the lack of respect from both of them. Like, do I even exist? Neither of them thought that I, her boyfriend, might not be okay with their special day? And a sleepover? So yeah, I was clearly uncomfortable with it, and she could tell. But I did not want to get in between their friendship, so I held it in. Since then, I have tried talking to her about how troubled I was by it, and every time I did, she flipped things on me. Like saying I don't make enough money and don't update her often enough when I'm at the gym. And every time I end up apologizing and promising to do better for her. She only addresses my concerns with stuff like, he's just a friend, I've known him for ages, I did not cheat on you, I can't change the past. She never showed genuine empathy for the pain she caused me, never saying things like, I'm so sorry, I will never do it again. Her apologies always had an annoyed tone. She had tears in her eyes, side-eyed me and said, I already told you that I'm sorry. She is now visiting me in my country. Issue 1. She posted a story with the guy best friend publicly. And I caught a glimpse of her phone, and they took selfies together. Right now, she is visiting me in my country and has never taken a single selfie of us together. Nor posted a story with me in it. I confronted her about this and her response was, him and I don't see each other often. And I was thinking, WTF, what about us, we are literally doing long distance. She also tends to compare my capabilities to the guy best friends. She puts me down and puts him on a pedestal. He is rich. Issue 2. She regularly complains that I do not provide for her. During her current visit, I spent hours on consecutive days driving her around and helping her move stuff. She was unappreciative of my efforts and only thanked me when I asked for one. We discussed the provide matter seriously, and I laid out everything I could provide. She cried saying, this is not the life I want. She says that just my time and effort is not enough. Basically saying I need to spend more money on her, I guess. After all this, I broke down crying like I've never seen before, sobbing like a little bitch, teared for days. I thought to myself that she was not the same person I loved so dearly. I felt that I have once again let myself down. And after a few days of not talking, I made up my mind to end things. Breakup attempt. I expressed that I don't feel appreciated, and the lack of respect from her and her guy best friend are a deal breaker for me. She saw the extent of it and finally became more apologetic this time. She convinced me to give the relationship another go, and I reluctantly did. Issues 3. We traveled to Korea. I was using her phone to take a photo of her, and a message came in from the guy best friend. He called her babe. I confronted her about it and asked if she calls him babe too. She told me that she does, and tells me it doesn't mean anything. It got me really uncomfortable, especially after the breakup attempt happened. She clearly knows the extent of it all and still receives babe messages from him. But once again, I held it in cause we were on holiday. So here I am now, our relationship has rekindled after the Korea trip. But I am still constantly thinking about the deal breakers and her behavior towards it all, and I don't think I can look past them. In the past, I've always promised that I'd do better for our future. But after what happened with the guy best friend, I don't feel like I want to work harder for her in particular anymore. Please Reddit, this is my first time posting here, as I am mega conflicted. What would you do, given my situation? I need some advice. I am not afraid of being alone or unable to find somebody else. I am just afraid of losing this particular girl. Thanks for watching, come back again.